fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
In my opinion, this is one of the best self-assembled E63 AMG I have ever driven. And I drove W210 AMG and W211, E55 and E63, so I have experience in AMG world. In Uzbekistan we have huge car import tax, so it is cheaper to buy standard E200 and import it to the country than throw everything away and put AMG parts. Because the price of original car with all the taxes will be astronomical, so 90% of all AMG cars in Uzbekistan are self-assembled. Originally it was one of the unluckiest E-Class in history of Mercedes. Early W212 were ugly, with bad interior, and after huge success of W211, W212 was a big disappointment. And this is why owner changed front and tail from the refreshed W212. Mercedes spent $1 billion on refreshing W212, and it was one of the most expensive restyles in automotive history. Usually car companies spend that amount on creating a new car, not just refreshing an old one. But I must admit that this car looks modern even today. With all new electric cars and stupid trend of future radiator grills, E63 keeps up with the competition. Front of the car is balanced, there are no unnecessary lines, and I love how bumper channels air into the radiator. Wheels look stunning, but color of the brake calipers is too bright. This color shouts for attention, and just like lazy and angry PC teenager, it is out of place and always seeking for unnecessary recognition. At the back everything is beautiful. I love the tail lights, diffuser, exhaust and little spoiler on the trunk. Everything is very proportional and has its own aggression. Also I love the red color of the front window. Under hood we have naturally aspirated 6.3 liter V8. Side of the car says that it's a V8 compressor, but it's all NA. Name 6.3 has on and off relationship with the Mercedes, just like I have with my girlfriend. And many people do not appreciate it. For instance my wife. But I prefer to take advice from an old friend on issues like this.
Keep your dick up.
I love this engine. In my opinion, this is the best engine that AMG ever made. It's not most reliable, but I love it very much. Naturally aspirated power and sound is addictive. It doesn't smoothly deliver the power, it just drops bombs on you, constantly. And this is the best part of this engine. I love this engine when first time I drove W211 AMG 6.3, and I love it here. Main problems with this engine is the head bolts. Head bolts are very fragile in this car, so change them immediately after buying the car. Because if you not change it, you will have problem with the coolant leakage, and car can overheat and that will be just a disaster for you. Also, keep your eye on the intake camshaft adjuster, because it usually goes wrong after like 60-70,000 kilometers. If you hear strange noise in the cold start, then change it immediately. And of course, pay close attention to all the plastics, because they usually get cracked, especially in the hot countries after like 7-8 years of owning the car. I love this engine more than I love eating fast food at 2 AM in the parking lot. But you will spend a lot of money on maintaining it, so prepare your wallet to be open constantly. This wonderful beast generates about 520 brake horsepower and 630 Nm of torque, and 100 kilometers will happen in 4.5 seconds. And sound is better than gentle whisper of young Monica Bellucci right into your ear. Welcome to the most disappointing interior in the world. After W211, this looks and feels cheap. It doesn't have the great Mercedes smell. The buttons are not so nice to touch, and you feel it here and you think to yourself that Mercedes can do better than this. And this is the most annoying part about this interior. If I didn't have experience of driving W211, then I would feel okay, but I know that Mercedes can do better. Yes, it has the AMG buttons and the carbon fiber and all this fancy stuff, but it doesn't have this feel, that luxurious feel, so you're always driving it aggressively. You cannot relax in this car like you can relax in W211. This particular car came from Dubai. It has the RTA tag that pays for the highway and seat covers made from the material that cover the leather seats. In UAE, it's very difficult to have car with the leather seats. You just put your car on the sun for 10-15 minutes, you get inside, that's it, you will burn alive. We have Alcantara roof that opens very nicely. At the back we have TV and DVD player with the remote control. Also we have climate control for the back passengers, and space is enough. I really cannot properly evaluate this interior because of my love to W211. So tell me in your opinion which interior is better, the W212 or W211. Trunk is huge and it can open and close automatically, and that's very convenient, especially if you're a lazy person and you like eating fast food at 2 AM.
The main feature of this vehicle is of course the natural aspirated 6.3 engine. Slight touch of the acceleration and everything changes. I didn't sleep well today, I didn't eat at all because of the Ramadan, and really just I felt before I floored it, I felt really weak. After I floored it, some energy left in me. I don't know where it came from. It just came out, and that's it. It just shocked me. The car gives you the adrenaline, the rush, and it's nice to hear. But the main feature of this vehicle is that it never lets you drive in comfort. It's always screams at you all the time. It's just aggressive non-stop with that way. The main problem with this car, I think, is the engine because it doesn't have this two kind of sides of the face. Now I'll explain what I'm talking about. Like some cars, they fast and comfortable at the same time. This one is always fast, it's always dangerous, it's always feisty, always wants to, you know, go fast, drift, drag, do stupid stuff, and it's very hard. Like the ride comfort is not for this car. There's no ride comfort at all. Doesn't matter in what kind of damper adjustment you will put it, in what kind of mode you will put it, it's always hard. It is. It's just it's very hard. The handling is hard, and you know, you feel everything, especially when you floor it. It's just so epic. After 4,000 RPM, everything opens, everything changes. Like your blood changes, your heartbeat goes much faster. And this is why people buy it. This is why we want it. No electric vehicle will give you such desire and fear, because braking power here is really low because brake pads must be changed, and it's very scary accelerating in this huge parking lot. But again, it just, you know, doesn't matter what kind of mood you are in. If you're divorced, feel suicidal, or in huge debt, get 6.3 and enjoy your life, because it just flies and flies and flies, and that's it. After this review, I will feel more happier, more energetic, and ready to fight everyday's battles. This is why we love it. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me what do you feel about self-made AMG, and see you when I see you. Take care. Bye bye.